Verse 1. Now we make known to you, brothers and sisters, the grace God has given to Messiah's community in Macedonia, the church in Macedonia, that in much testing by affliction, the abundance of their joy and their extreme poverty overflowed in a wealth of generosity on their part. Wow. So look at what a great example that they're setting. For I testify that according to their ability, and even beyond their ability, they gave, not as a tithe, not to get Paul better things or a private jet or a mega church TV screen. The context is for another church in Jerusalem that's struggling. So a lot of guys in the prosperity gospel, we focus on all these things for us. Sometimes that's okay, if that's what God is calling for. God may call for a new church building or a better remodel or whatever it is, that's fine. But a lot of the times, the guys that are really pressing these things, it's so they can have a private jet. It's so their personal home can be a giant mansion. That's the difference. So they gave of their own free will, begging us with much urging for the favor of sharing in the relief of the saints. Who are the saints? In Jerusalem is the context. Moreover, it was not just as we had hoped, but they gave of themselves first to the Lord and then to us. So in other words, they kept the tithe and then alms or tzedakah to the saints in Jerusalem, in keeping with God's will. That's God's will. That's the priority laid out. I talked about that with Don Finto there. So we urged Titus that just as he had made a start before, so he should also complete this gracious service for you. But as you excel in everything, he's saying, you excel in faith, in speech, in knowledge, and in diligence. Wow, that's a lot of positives for the church in Corinth. And in your love for us. Also excel in this grace. What's the context? The grace of giving. He's like, look at the Macedonians and they're poor. Look at you guys are rich. Excel in that grace too. I'm saying this not as a command, but I'm trying to prove by the diligence of others the genuineness of your love as well. So he's exhorting them, he's urging them, he's not commanding them, because God doesn't command us to do gifts of acts of righteousness or alms. That is really up to us. God exhorts us.